opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Over. 50, 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
To throw, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, high throw, but he makes the catch. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, Wilson gives Oakland a veteran option at tight end. Remember, they had Jared Cook last year. He's now in New Orleans. But Wilson, 5 years in Seattle, then 1 in Detroit, before the native of Windsor, Canada, signed with Oakland back in March. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr is going to fire one deep over the middle, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Strong right. Strong right.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
On second down now, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A shotgun handoff now to Crowell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He was covered by Javier Alexander.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. Returnable here for Davis. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hypocrite.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Whip. 6:37.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On 1st down, Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Packers nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. But he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, good move. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Raiders.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you.
From the gun, Carr. It's caught by Crowell. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Carr will try it again on 2nd down, and this one's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Nice catch right there. It brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down carry now for Crowell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, these two franchises, very rich histories. This game, of course, part of the NFL 100 series. But the meeting that really sticks out from way back when is 1968 Super Bowl II, which at the time was known as the AFL-NFL World Championship game. But Bart Starr was the MVP of that game. He went against Darryl LaMonica, the Mad Bomber, the quarterback for the Raiders. Packers would get the victory just like they did the year before in the first ever Super Bowl over the Chiefs. And Bart Starr was also the MVP of that game as well. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. An update from Buffalo. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Hey, orbit.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
We got this. 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get him. You got him. Mike, check. 59. I'm coming.
Throwing again. Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. LaMarcus Joyner there defensively.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He completes it to Bryant. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Mike. 319.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike, 54. Hey. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the screen.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Jones. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throw left side complete. It's Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down Packers.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now the pass to Grant, and he's got it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down.
I know many people.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hey, Haywood!
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Blue 58. Check. Get 300. Get 300. Check down. Blue 58.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Maurice Hurst able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Let's go, Mike. Go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
On first down, Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Watch inside. Safety's quick 30.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw again on second down. Carr. This is Crowell on the catch. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up second and 9.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard. Line.
53 yards. That's another Packers first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Rodgers with the keeper. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, take 26. 26.
They'll go with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Raiders 31, Packers 31.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. It's a Packer touchdown. He goes 91 yards on the kick return as they have taken the lead. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board, will it energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Now a throw here to his running back. 7 yards there and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Carr to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's back to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Grant. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Back to throw, Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you go on the field, but okay, I see you. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Crosby with the extra point. That game's gone final in Indianapolis. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr gives to Richard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.